Hi, I'm DeQuincy, and we're going to be watching this third video, 3 of 3, in a series that provides tutorial support at training additional lifeguards and how to effectively assist in a team response. As a trainer, what we're striving for here is that we'd ultimately like to see secondary lifeguards be able to incorporate themselves effectively into an aquatic emergency. And one of the easiest and quickest ways and most effective ways that they could do that is assisting in the extrication of the victim. So what we're going to do here is we're going to watch this video and then come back and do a breakdown for the benefit of those new lifeguard instructors and in-service trainers. Here we go.
Alright, so we're doing team towing. The variation is going to be that there's actually 3 rescuers to 1 victim. Shallow water. Go ahead and go.
Alright, now that we've watched the video, let's go ahead and go back and talk about what works and what can be improved upon. Now, the difference here on this specific video is that we have 2 additional secondary rescuers. So there's going to be 3 lifeguards assisting in the extrication or towing of this passive victim. So let's go back and look at some of the fundamentals. We see here that the victim is face up on the surface. There's good placement on the tube, so they're good there. And we also now see here, and we can't see for the secondary person that's up at the top, their arm, but it looks apparent that they are holding on to the victim and they're mirroring each other. So the primary and the secondary lifeguards are mirroring each other on their hold of the victim. We also have one of the lifeguards here holding up the head to support the head so the head doesn't go under once they start moving quickly. Alright, so that looks very good here. And again, we're starting in 3.5 feet of water because we really want to be able to coordinate this group. So the tertiary lifeguard, or the third lifeguard here, is in the back, who is holding the victim at the knees. Okay? And again, if you try to hold at the feet, depending on the passiveness of the victim, it could just cause the legs to fold or bend. So again, knees is a good spot. Alright, so let's take a look at what's going on here. All 3 of them, if you look here, here, and here, are facing forward. Alright, they're going to be going in a forward direction, which is really nice. Airways being supported. Alright, and again, this looks good. We have 3 rescue tubes here, so there's a lot of tubes here. Okay, and they're only using 1, so it's not getting in the way, which looks nice. Now, I would try to encourage, because you have the third lifeguard here, again, you're noticing that the first lifeguard, the primary lifeguard, is going forward and having to wait for the secondary lifeguard here. So we want to make sure that we work on the pacing so that they're unified and in unison, so they're moving forward together. Alright, now some of the challenges that are happening with this is because you do have a third lifeguard here, and I have seen with the additional third lifeguard, the third lifeguard is actually leading this indirectly. If you have a really strong lifeguard in the back pushing this whole group, it will cause this type of discrepancy that you see here, where you have one ahead of the other. Okay, and I've seen that happen. So you got to really work on that, and you cannot have. Let me go back here. You can't have just the third lifeguard pushing everyone. I've also seen the third lifeguard causing one of the lifeguards in the front to go underwater and hinder them greatly. So you got to keep that in mind and be really cognizant. Again, thing that we're seeing here, victim is grabbing and binding and trying to help them out. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. Again, they're not helping anyone because that doesn't happen in reality. Okay? And again, you should practice. Practice, practice, practice. Again, this is not really feasible in deep water, so keep that in mind. This is very good for shallow water, a 3-person positioning, but not for deep water. And again, if you have a really strong third lifeguard here that's hindering, you might want to move them then to the front and reposition your lifeguards so that they're a little bit more effective. So keep that in mind. And again, this is going to be something that I want you to practice with your staff multiple times. 2-person carry and a 3-person. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, thanks for watching.